Most people see Shigatse as a remote Tibetan city at the foot of Everest. What they're actually looking at is the authority that decides what authentic Tibetan even means. In a world of copies, this city owns the definition of real. Welcome to China in 5, where we decode the operating systems of sovereignty. One city, one principle each week. Last week we looked at Chiang Mai, a place that stopped trying to fix its weaknesses and started certifying them instead. It transformed bitter coffee and poor soil into a governed premium brand, proving that authenticity, when legislated, becomes sovereign power. This week, City 31, Shigatse. And here the move is sharper. What happens when a city stops selling sacred objects and starts selling the right to call them sacred? The 10 things that define Shigatse. 1. The city's origins. Shigatse was not built as a trading hub. In the 14th century, it became the seat of the Panchen Lama. Legitimacy flowed from lineage, not markets. This was never a city designed to sell. It was designed to define. 2. Geographic reality. 3,800 meters above sea level. Thin air, high plateau, hard access. Isolation protected it for centuries. But isolation also makes value fragile once exposure arrives. 3. The railway changes everything. 2014, the railway from Lhasa arrives. Tour buses replace caravans. Souvenir shops appear beside monasteries. Authentic Tibetan craft becomes global demand. Access changes everything. 4. Before it was a product. Carpets and thankas were not products. They were ritual objects, made for monasteries. Made for lineage, this was a ceremonial economy, not a commercial supply chain. 5. The threat from copies. Once tourists arrive, copies follow. Factories outside Tibet begin producing Tibetan-inspired goods. Design detaches from place. Aesthetic detaches from lineage. And when authenticity detaches from origin, price detaches too. The city wasn't losing culture. It was losing control over value. 6. The move that changed the game. Shigatse did not try to outcompete replicas. It changed the level of the game. It codified the canon, documented the patterns, defined the pigments, recorded the lineage. It created a registry of certified masters, and then it issued a seal. Without that seal, the carpet is decoration. With it, the carpet is authentic. 7. Who controls Shigatse? This is not a private brand. It is a hybrid structure. Monastic elders, master artisans, cultural authorities. Not producing more, defining what counts. 8. Signature asset, not the carpet. The stamp. In a world of infinite replication, legitimacy becomes the rarest commodity. Shigatse owns that bottleneck. 9. Why it worked. The railway arrived just as China's new wealthy class began seeking cultural distinction. Authenticity became status. Shigatse moved while its authority was still intact. Too early, and it looks unnecessary. Too late, and copies dominate. They formalized legitimacy in the narrow window where it still meant something.
10. Why Shigatse matters to China.
Shigatse stabilizes Tibet not through force but through definition. By formalizing what is culturally authentic, it turns spiritual authority into structured legitimacy. For China, that matters. Because cultural continuity is political stability. If elite cultural legitimacy in this space is required, it passes through Shigatse. It is not just a city. It is a gatekeeper of meaning. This video is the entry point. The deep dive breaks down the full architecture behind this transformation. The companion essay explains how Shigatse fits into China's broader system of cultural governance. Both are linked below. Next week we move again. Baingolan, a desert so barren it once cost more to hold than it returned. Then the state arrived with a national checkbook and a mandate: extract oil. Yes, but use every pipeline, road, and well to prepay for permanent settlement. The oil funded infrastructure. The infrastructure purchased territory itself. If this is your first time here, this is China in 5. We don't study cities to admire them. We study them to understand how inevitability is engineered. 707 cities, one structural map. This is China in 5.